Okay, this will be the readings. I got a different viewpoint here. um, Back from holidays, so I thought, what do you call that? Spin the wheel and change up the set here. So I'm gonna do the readings from here. So I kind of want to make you aware of a few things. I got a shotgun mic here that I'm using. I basically have to chew on it to get the voice. So if I move my mouth away from it the least little bit, it has a high drop off rate. So just to be aware of that. Hopefully I don't do that too often, but sometimes it may not be helped. So to warn you of that. Also, this is a new camera angle. I don't know how long I'll keep it for. And I may have cat interruptions, so just be patient. I love animals, so if you do too, then you'll bear with me. I had a new animal in the house here, so I cannot limit her to where she goes, really. Unless she starts hitting the keyboard, then we're going to have problems. But nonetheless, some of the decks I'm using, I was going to list them here. Dreams of Gaia for the more, how you say, not emotional side, spiritual side of things. The Dreams of Gaia, the Chakra Wisdom Tarot deck, and the White Sage Tarot deck. I've altered them and put certain vibrational meanings underneath. And then we get into 18 plus, so that is a warning as well. Be aware. It can get quite dicey, but most of the time I try and PG it for the most part, but some of the graphics there just can't be helped. They're what's on there. So the Romantic Tarot, I have the Tarot de Mucha, the Celtic deck, Sexual Magic deck, Casanova deck, and my deck to end it all off is the Infinity Neon deck. So those are the decks that I'm using throughout, throughout this week of energies for the elements. So we're starting off with water. They were the highest rated this week on YouTube. So if you want more readings and sometimes I have video accompaniments to the readings depending on what I'm guided to. So if you want access to any of that, some music videos, that kind of correspond with the readings, I do that in Facebook as well. So keep that in mind. It's whenever whenever the wave hits me. Okay, so here we go. Water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio in that order. These are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Here we go. I'm just going to read them like I normally do when I'm doing a head-on shot. So here we go. Okay, so the first three cards are starting off on the spiritual realm here. I shuffle these beforehand. I lay them out. They like me to be prepared by not knowing what the cards are, so I lay them out as I go. So the first card, period, is the Three of Water. So this is, again, Dreams of Gaia deck. Just give me a minute here to check the lighting. Sometimes more light is not good. But nonetheless, right? This is about charging forward. I'm just going instinctively with this. A lot of people may have this deck. I do not read traditionally, nor do I. Well, I mean, I do look at the books, but this week I'm just feeling guided to go with the flow. And vis-a-vis here. So we got the Three of Cups, Three of Water, right? We got the three fish going. Everybody's going in one direction with the flow. Yeah, just give me a minute here. I'm trying to give you guys a better lay of the cards here, but again, I get glare no matter. Yeah, fantastical, right? At the bottom of the ocean, this woman is deep. And along with that depth, she seems to be traveling forward quite well. She does have a lot of black slats on her wrists and whatnot, tying her. But it doesn't seem to be anything that she's too worried about. So I'm kind of going with the storybook here is what they're showing me. Now, those fish, I always tune them to mean that these are guides in the realm, right, of depths of spirituality and whatnot. Can be your instinct nudging you forward. And again, we're going with that flow. So the sense here is that the Pisces may be going with the flow finally. They said we were a little off here, or things were holding us back, right? Some of those, if you get it, because they're making me look at the rips in the cords that were holding her, like she just broke free, right? So there's this sense here of breaking free from things that were holding us back to a high degree. The moon sitting there highly, right? Shells, everything. So yeah, we're breaking free, finally moving in the right direction. And this is the first card. So that's that one. Okay, next card. Oh, don't start clicking. Hopefully she doesn't turn anything off accidentally, because here she comes. Her name is Nico, by the way, but whatever. Okay. To the maiden. Okay, great energy here. The maiden is all about, you know, look at the happy light feeling you get from her. The butterflies are around and away she goes through the fields. Footloose, happy, and free, right? The sense I'm getting very much from this is a light and airy feeling. The maiden, right? We're wanting to take on the energy of this. The rabbit is speaking of abundance, and I feel like that's the rabbit's pointing her, right? Where she's taken that step. The rabbit's pointing her in the direction of abundance. Keep going that way. There's good stuff this way. Just as we have lost our chains here, we are kind of going to be, how do you say, unbeknownst to us, falling into a good direction. We've let go of some things here, but not only that, we're just heading towards success and abundance in a good way. We may not even know what is ahead of us, is the sense I'm getting. And they're making me look at the mushroom in the corner as well. You know, I have to look that up. I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, I know what it means to me, but what it spiritually means. So, and then the peach and the rose is kind of a peachy yellow. No, it's peachy. So great light feeling. We've gotten rid of things that we need to get rid of, and we're slowly making our way unbeknownst in the direction we need to go. So as we move forward again, we get the King of Fire. Now this is interesting because this is a character. He is very action oriented. He is the king, so this could be a Leo. Sorry, could be a lion. That's what I was going to say. This could be a Leo energy coming in, right? With the flames, King of Fire, Leo, Aries, or Sag. But I am getting Leo quite highly here. Someone who is very self-confident, self-reliant, and positivity seems to be their pros here. They're very much on the side of going forward in a light energy. I feel like this is the energy we're trying to catch up to, or trying to meet up with, or is going to come across on our path. They're making me highly aware of that eye up there that's peeking. This man is highly guided intuitively, very successful because of this. He may be a business owner, and this may be one of the ways he has learned to keep business successful, is to follow that instinct. So I'm getting a sense here that this man may be even visually intuitive, meaning highly visually stimulated, but not on the grounds that you would expect here with the 18 plus, but spiritually, visually, this is how this man gets by. And this is what the agreement between spirituality, right? Because you can really have it come in any form you want. As long as you focus on that area and you respond to it, then they will shoot more of it out. So sense here is that we got a response visually highly from this male figure, and it is doing him good because he's following it quite highly. Okay, so somewhere in our midst here, there's going to be a meetup with a type of energy like this. I feel, again, I think I said this, but I feel very successful in his field because he uses his instinct in this way. May not use it in all areas, meaning in his personal life, he may not be as instinctive as he's willing to go in his business, on the business end, but nonetheless, King of Fire. So someone who is very sturdy and strong in what they do and focused. Like, I'm getting a lot of stuff from this dude. They're going, keep going. They usually are action oriented, right? And Leos, if I go into the Leo energy, it's about kind of being so successful they make a spectacle of themselves. They really do shine in a way that other people around them take note. So there's a sense of this. So again, those are the three cards. Now, to expand, we'll go back to the first energy here. To expand on the energy of really ripping away from something that may have been holding us back. What do we get to expand there? We get the Devil energy. So isn't this funny how she's and they did say, you know, ripping the chains, right, of things that held us back. Somewhere here we had an energy that was, just a minute, I'm gonna leave this, that was really holding us back. So this is the chakra deck. Okay, come on, focus. Doesn't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't want to focus on the Devil. That's funny. You're gonna. I'm gonna make you. It's really not focusing. What the heck? Come on. Usually when I get that close, hold on here. I have to change. Sorry, I should. Yeah, they're not gonna let me. Mark effects. It's not what I wanted. Anyway, yeah, somehow there. Well, it was focusing. I don't know why it's not now. There we go. Hello. Anyway, the Devil. Trouble here with the Devil. What's going on? Pisces have finally let go of something that was holding on to them in this way, or are having a hard time, like because of the hard time here to focus, getting a sense we may have a hard time realizing what we were dealing with here. Someone who is very much not on the right side of the tracks here in regards to us, right? I feel like that's like the vulnerable Pisces there going, I got lots of love here, and then the Devil's there, and just managing to slink away here. Give me a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of holy, come on. It's going to be frustrating if I can't get these going. But anyway, the Devil energy behind her. And the sense here is just kind of almost not acknowledging that to a high degree. They're not acknowledging the fact that they had a situation here, that it was as bad as it was, maybe. Not giving credit for. Pisces can be quite naive in this way. So the sense here is not giving it full credit that it was as damaging as it could be. So there's a sense of this now. Keep the fire in mind here. Is this something coming in or going out? I don't know. But it's expanding on the energy of breaking away, which makes me think that it's not the guy coming in, okay? Or a girl, whatever. So on top of the maiden energy, again, the fertile energy coming forward here to gain more momentum, more headway in the future. We get the King of Coins. Interesting. There's a couple characters here. So the King of Coins, right? He is the king. There's two kings here. Give me moments. He is very settled in his energy. I am getting a sense of quite a sense here. I don't know if this Pisces is going to have to pick between partners, but nonetheless, I get a smug feeling from this guy. It's kind of like, yeah, I got it all. I got it all. So there's a bit of an ego here. Not that the Leo can't hold that same. But really, I got a more rounded feel from the Leo energy. Let's just line these two up, shall we? I got a more sensitive, that's may not be the normal rate here, because the King of Coins has a lot of great traits. I mean, he's very learned, and he's very trusting, or trusted, dependable, reliable, this kind of thing. I mean, obviously financially stable, secure, this kind of stuff. This is this guy. Now, this guy here, I got a sense, more so than anything else. I mean, if we're going traditional Leo, it's not. Though he is successful and somewhat uses that success to show himself off, but not in a fully egoistic way, he is still, or rather not still, he is very much in the energy of being somewhat spiritual here, spiritually connected, which is sometimes not a default for these fire. I'm not too sure that many of them truly are connected in that way. I mean, I'll eat my words here, but the sense traditionally, right? So we have these two men here, and again, this one's very confident in the money he makes, and this one is too as well, in very different ways to carry the energy. The King of Coin carries his money in his ego pocket. This guy, he carries his money as more of a status symbol, but not in an egoic way, like you'll love me because I'm sturdy and stable, but rather you'll love me because I'm kind of the life of the show here. I can do a lot of things with my money, and I don't center on one certain area. This guy is very profoundly aware of his money-making skills, and that's really what drives him in any direction. This guy realizes there's a little more to life than just the money, and he is really trying to figure that out. Again, non-traditional with the roles of fire and earth, but at the same time, these are characters. And again, they're showing me, sorry, left and right is mixed up. The grapes, yeah, the wealth of this guy is high. So, again, on top of the maiden is what we get to clarify the King of Coins, or the, sorry, man, first stay back, like, give me a break. Okay, camera angles are off, everything, my whole cheese gone. So anyway, to clarify the maiden, this card, to clarify her walking toward abundance. What's the abundance? There may be a male here of abundant wealth that she's walking into. Now this could be a partner, but the sense I'm getting is propositions, business propositions. This guy is head of business, so we may be running headlong into someone who could help us in a financial way. Again, they were showing me the rabbit quite highly here, keep going forward. Why? Because this guy's there and he can help you make some money. So we may have some business opportunities coming toward us in that kind of way from this King of Coins. Now, to expand on the King of Fire, which is another character that's coming in, we have the Judgment card. So that is the tooting of the horn, the instinct here. Now this is interesting to me because I was getting a lot of instinct from this Leo card here, and I'm going to stick with the Leo because that's what I'm getting. The fire energy, I feel, is very much, like I said, in the career-driven area. He is instinctive. The Judgment is really the universe whispering in his ear. Look at them facing him head on. And they were sending me that energy earlier of that third eye. So not only is he seeing things, but he is also tuned in auditorially, meaning he will hear things and see things. He's got a wide range of psychic abilities, is really what I'm getting. This Judgment card is getting a different feel for me. We got 3 people on the bottom. I feel like how this Judgment card sits, right? Because look at the purple and blue in here. I see blue more than I see. Just give me a minute. Showing me stuff. Yeah, green, blue, and purple, and the higher above the heart chakras. This is what this guy's tapping into. He is starting to expand in these areas. Like you see, green in the center, the blue is a communication. This man is starting to evolve in these ways, outward to others. How he deals may even be in the career sector. He's learning more spiritually about how to communicate with people that he works with, people in his social circles, da da da. He's evolving in a heart-centered way and speaking outward. The sense they're giving me is he has the opportunity to do this quite highly. So as he evolves, he's testing it outward. Getting a lot of energy off this guy. Okay, so now again back to that Judgment. This is that higher knowledge. Now again, the 3 people, the sense they're giving me is like this is the Leo and how he's catching everything from the universe. Like it will not go no further. The sense I get is these are people that may work for him, and they're showing me that these people that work under him, they do not know the value of their instinct, and this is what he may be learning to translate in his own job, is how to make that work for those people as well. He may have used this to a high degree for himself, but in a way that he didn't share outward. Now he's evolving to a degree from a heart center that he's truly seeing the benefit of going outward and telling others about this. How do you do this? How do you do this in business? Well, I know how to do that, and I'll spread that word, and I'll show people, da da da. So this is highly what I get from, there's a lot of stuff here, what I get from this dude. So again, somebody in your field may be doing this. You may be doing this as a male Pisces, going outward and seeing the value of instinct here in your business and using that and reprogramming that forward. This may be part of your agenda. Okay, so the last clarifier here on the spiritual side. Sorry, all of a sudden I got hiccups. For the first card, the Devil, right? Something that we've unchained from, and now we're finally going free-flowing in the way we need to be. Released from some energy that's on the wrong side of the tracks. We get strong, intense, feminine energy, the Queen of Swords. So look at these cat energies. This is interesting to me. We have a cat here, and well, what is that? Look, I don't know what you call, what kind of cat. There's so many. There's cheetah, there's leopard, there's da da da. But nonetheless, okay, I feel like these two are a match, is what I'm really feeling for the energy. But nonetheless, I'm going to expand because there's more to it than just that. So the energy we're trying to break away from. The Pisces may have been out of their element and jumped into the Queen of Swords energy, the air element, to gain focus and clarity in order to get what they needed done here. And what needed to be done was cutting things off that were not working. We need to get into a stronger, more intense feminine energy in order to do this. And that's what I feel happened here. We had some things that were in the Pisces watery flow where they mold to everything. They could not do this. They needed to adapt another energy, and it seemed like they jumped into the Queen of Swords, and she just don't take no shit from nobody. So she's out there doing what she needs to do, focusing on what she needs to focus on, and moving forward strongly. And I mean, that sword is there to cut things away that don't need to be there. So that is what helped her get away from the energy of the wrong side of the tracks. So this maiden again, King of Coins, what do we clarify with his energy? Page of Cups. Okay, so we get a youthful, playful, creative energy coming in here. And again, this may be an offer of work or something like that, or it just may be in a creative sphere that we have someone that inspires us in this way, or helps us along. What they're showing me is kind of like bumpering us. How do I explain that? It's like we're kind of going around looking, right? We're wandering through the forest here looking for direction. And I feel like this character here is really going to help us find that. He's going to come in, he's going to be playful and joyful, creative, and help us find the direction we need to go. It's almost like a spiritual guide or someone who has been implanted in our lives to help us get to where we need to go. So this is the Page of Cups. So that could be a water sign, could not be. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or just someone in this energy. They kind of, go with the flow. The page is usually someone who's very flippant. They have not a care in the world, and it's that kind of energy is very catching. And they're just going to kind of help keep this maiden in line. Not like they know what they're there for. It's just an intuitive, how do you say? It's just like a contract that's been signed. You go here at this time to guide this person in the right way, and then when your job is done, off you go. And this is the sense I get. This is what's going on. Now, we have that under the King of Coins. So this may have been or will be someone in that area. Now, this could have been an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo that came into your life at this point, or will be coming into your life at this point, helping you out either in a financial kind of way or any other way that really funnels you into the direction that you need to go. Again, it's not focusing. Jeez. My camera. Whatever. So, yeah, so this dude, there he is in all his glory. And he may have kind of a pompous attitude at that. But this guy is here to guide you to a certain degree, good or bad. This could be in any direction to where you need to go, okay? So, overall sense, though, we have to clarify, is this playful, youthful energy. Now, again, I'm getting a lot of these males here with a high intuition. This guy has a high intuition. He is tapped in with that little purple flower. He's tapped right into universal energy. And he just kind of, he's taking things light, right? He's a page. He's youthful, he's joyful, he's playful. So this is what's going on here. So if we didn't have that in our path, we are having it in our path to help us get to where we need to go. Now we also have this Leo. Now this Leo, as we go on, again, highly intuitive is what I get from him as well. So, well, this clears that up. This Leo is coming in as a future lover. This is the Lover's card about soul connections. So this will really bring us to a deep-seated connection. These two are connected. The tail there is quite intermingled. So there's a sense here of beyond normal connections, right? So, yeah, the lovers. And that brings it to a whole other sphere. So this will be interesting moving into as we lift the cards and go into the sexual side. I am getting a sense this may be one energy, but if it is one energy, it's a very complex person, is what I'm getting. Okay, so as we go down the line here where the devil sits, on the romance side again, 18 plus, you just don't know what's going to come out here. We have 9, the 10-9 is the Hermit. Yeah, this guy anyway. He's overlooking things. He's got this picture of this person and he's looking at it fondly. he has great memories and whatnot. The sense here is if we had the devil in our midst or devilish energy in our midst, because they're correcting me with that. There's a sense of fondness for the past, but yet knowing that we can't take it forward. There's something here, maybe the innocence of the past, whatnot. So a masculine here really looking fondly over trinkets and memories. There may even be stories and letters in there that he's looking over from this other person. So thinking of strong connections in our past. I forgot to touch up my nails. Oh, wonderful. Anyway, in a rush. So on this Pentacles dude that I feel is here to help the maiden stay on her path, this playful energy, we get the Four of Swords. And that talks about, first of all, you can't miss those chest plates, right? They're really putting a hard, what do you call, a hard cut into the area of the heart. They cover it right up. There's a chest plate plus the swords. Nobody's getting in. And that's the sense here. Either the masculine is like this or the feminine, depending who you are or how you fit here. We may have an energy here where we have a partner or someone we're interested in or someone that's offering us a job that really has you have a hard time getting in their heart, okay? So this is interesting to me. This is about doing the dance, and it also, it speaks to me about relationships that have gone stale. They're going out to a dance, but none of them are looking at each other in the eye. And you know, they kind of do that when you're past the point of having fun anymore. Everybody's looking in different directions. So it's about really losing the heart-centered place within the relationship. You're just there. You're just dancing. You're just spinning in circles. So that's what that makes me think of. So it's interesting to me that it comes on the playful, youthful energy. But again, maybe this is the same person, but we're thinking of our past and not necessarily too different, okay? So as we move on to this lover energy, which is wrapped up in a King of Fire, who has a lot of intuition following him, learned how to do this, whatnot. We have another character, man, Knight of Swords. That's an air sign. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but not necessarily. The traits of someone who is trying to get underneath situations, trying to find out the truth. That is the sort of truth. And since here is, there's a fan on there, it belongs to a woman. Who's the woman? I don't know, but he is going to find out where she is and what she's been up to because he suspects something's wrong. That's really what I'm getting. So he's going to jump on that horse and find out where she is because he's got evidence here. Something's amiss. She needs to have her stuff. You know, this is the sense I'm getting from this. It's interesting that it goes on the Lovers card, right? And again, someone who's very instinctive all the way through. So here we go into the love side. So to clarify, the nostalgia and looking over of things fondly. Again, it's mixed up with the energy of the devil. So what's going on? Look at this. Look at them re-emphasize. We have more devil energy. Are we leaving this or are we jumping back and forth? The sense here is we're jumping back and forth. We kind of can't let go of this energy. It's too titillating. There's something about it that's holding us, right? That tail is wrapping around. But nonetheless, they're making me aware, right? That for now, our eyes are averted is really what they're saying. But this is a tricky energy of something we need to let go, that we're having a rough time doing this. Okay, so that's what's coming up here to expand, because we're looking back fondly on things, you know, and the Pisces can be highly it can be a bad thing in the way because they look on the positive, not on the negative. And even though you're not supposed to look at the negative, we really need to be grounded in what is truly here. Because if we are in denial in any way, then that's what keeps us. Especially if it's a negative energy that's not supposed to be. So da da da. Now, as we go doing the dance, what do we do there? 5, the Hierophant. Now this is interesting because this does speak to spirituality, and I do get this. But this also speaks to marriage, and I get that too. So we could be spinning in circles with a partner. Man, just give me a minute here. I'm lost in this. Because again, this King of Pentacles has been put in this maiden's life, and I feel like it's the Pisces, but wherever you fit, you fit. He's been put here to keep this woman on track. He's got a light, playful energy, and this is how he moves forward. Now, there's this sense here, so I don't know if this woman is bored with this man's behavior, because this is kind of boredom and not opening our heart. They're going, yes, this is what it is. This woman is not opening her heart to this man. Okay, so does this man want marriage with her? And this is what's going on. So we're going to need another card for that. But nonetheless, this is about spirituality. There may be spiritual differences between these two. To a high degree, I get that as well. They're going as not discussed yet. To a high degree, is either avoided or overlooked or not paid attention to. But to a high degree, if things get serious, the spirituality thing may be something we do not see eye to eye on. But I'm getting a real carefree feeling from the maiden, and I get a carefree feeling from him, but in a different way. Hers is naive and oblivious to things. His is more intense. I don't know. This is very confusing. It's a light energy, but it's intense. So how do you translate that? Basically, he's prone to light, light fluffy behavior, but with this woman, it tends to bring out his more intense side, is I think what they're saying. Now again, spirituality has some keys here as to maybe the differences, or maybe something to do with a marriage of some sort. Now, as we move on to this other energy that could be locked into one. We got a lot of characters here. A lot of different players in this field. One is definitely a lover or potential lover that's coming forth. Yeah, they are not attaching this energy back to that man, because this energy is someone who is wanting to come forward and figure things out. He's not in the loop somehow. Is he a lover? Well, we'll see. Okay, now 5. Yeah, well, this makes sense now, doesn't it? 5 of Wands is about struggle and strife, arguments, quarrels, right? Fighting to a high degree. These people are in conflict. It's no two ways. I feel like that matches this guy's energy. Conflict. He doesn't have all the facts. He's trying to figure things out. This is where he's headed. This may be a previous lover, okay? Maybe. But the sense I'm getting, yeah, and they're going, this may be a potential lover. We're either canoodling with this person or about to meet this person, or moving into an energy where this person is awaits, is what they said, where they're sitting in wait. And the Judgment, again, highlighting the fact that there's someone here that's highly intuitive. This man, not so much, right? The sense they're giving me is this man really would not have to ask questions if he was paying attention all along. I know that's a woman saying, but it's coming from them. So we had squabbles here with this person in the past, and I feel like they're trying to get underneath what's going on with us at this time. So this is kind of someone who's either on the back burner or an ex or somebody that we have had conflict with that may be coming, or energy's ripe for coming in the future and stirring up some more crap, okay? But again, might be a past lover. Okay, here we go. Now, give me a minute to sort this out. Keep everything in line here. Again, sex cards. So as we go on the devil, the nostalgia, the devil, the striking, like again, we get this energy of intense energy of striking things away, focusing on getting rid of things. On top of that energy, we get temperance. There's a sense here we have an energy that is, how would you say? I'm trying to, yeah, well, we have to temper ourselves around this energy is the sense I'm getting now. I'm getting a weird turnover with this energy. It's almost like, yeah, we got to get rid of it. But be careful how we do this. Okay, this may be for karmic, fateful reasons. I don't know. But there's a sense of needing to, yeah, just be careful how we deal with this energy, this devilish energy is what they're saying. Okay, so there we go. Noted. Now, on this Hierophant energy, where we're bringing this playful earth sign who we may be feeling mundane with, but somehow here spiritually there's either a connection or whatnot. We get the King of Swords again. Swords, there he is. Now, this King of Swords, he has a wife, and then he has someone who is pleasing him. So there's a sense here that this man really just doesn't have a lot of depth here. Now, the Swords is in the sex deck here is played by someone who I do not feel. I mean, if you have a woman at your feet kneeling like this, there's one of two things that can happen. But nonetheless, subservient is what I get. And you know, you are there to serve me, da da da. And so is the one in the background. She's there to clean the house. You know, this kind of thing, there's no respect for these women. So that kind of an energy is what's sitting on top of this cups, or sorry, not cups, this King of Coins dude. Okay, so he may be the type that, because I do feel this is connected, these two. He is the type that earns the money, makes the money, therefore he feels like I should be waited on hand and foot. You know, and who knows, she may be just giving him a foot massage, who knows. But nonetheless, he's got two people as servants, and this is kind of that cocky energy that I had the feeling of. It's like, that's okay, I can, it just has a vibration here you can't miss. So there's that. Wow, we're getting into deep stuff here. Things have changed energetically, that's for sure. Now, as we move into this Leo energy, again, I get a sense of being highly evolved, highly spiritual, but not in a religious kind of way, in more of discovery of the riches kind of way. And when I say riches about a Leo, I'm talking about what brings him in success, not just the money. And then we have this, again, swords energy kind of sitting in there. I mean, these two, conflict. What do we have? We have the High Priestess. Now, she knows things. She has the Book of Secrets in her lap. And she does read, but she does not speak a lot of what the book says, right? So she holds a lot of secrets to herself. Now, the sense here is that there are things here. Like, look at all the candy that she's, or is that, no, that's not candy. Pfft. The keys she has in her hand. Okay, just give me a minute, because I was going off the candy story. Okay, yes. The keys to straighten things out, really, is what they're telling me, right? We have a lot of knowledge. We turn the keys, we open doors. This is what this woman is going to do. Though, The keys are still in her hand, so she's not anywhere near door or nothing. So the sense here is that we got some secrets, and again, that playful side is coming out with the kitten in the feet, right? So yeah, there's a woman here nonetheless. I feel like this is the Pisces energy. They know they are in charge. At this point, they're really keeping things to themselves, is what I'm getting. Okay, there may be struggle and strife going on and people wanting to get to the bottom of things and problems with lovers, but there's things here that are going to evolve no matter. Now, to expand on that temperance energy, again, of dealing with this energy that is needing to go from the Pisces life, we have the Two of Shields, and that's, yeah, about juggling, balancing. You know, we have the infinity symbol there above his head, so there's infinite knowledge here and infinite ways we can deal with this, with knowledge, not, and there's spite, and yeah, there's a sense here, you know, dealing with, and it might be one of these men, one of these male figures, right? Dealing with the energy in a spiteful way. We're needing to balance that out, temper that. That's what they're telling me. Because we may be at the end of our rope here. And then there's the wolf or the whatever, coyote in the background. Kind of almost like the man could be unaware of this or could not be. Is he there for the man? Like, is he, how do you say, is he alpha or is the dog alpha? And he's about to get swallowed up. Give me a minute here. Yeah, between two pillars, we must balance things. We must be like the pillars equal. We're a little off here. And it has to do with how we're dealing with a certain energy in our life. I feel like we've taken away from it, but there's something about this energy that I feel like it's going to come back or need to be dealt with or something. But anyway, on top of the King of Swords energy, the serve me, right? And again, we got spirituality and someone here with a lot of money that is really could have a tendency of wanting to be served, okay, because of this. On top of that, we get the Death card, okay? So this Pentacles energy may be something that we put to an end. I mean, this is a very drastic, the Celtic deck, very drastic depiction of things, right? We have a death, period. That's it. We're done. Yeah, I feel like this is connected to all of this energy, this negative. I don't know if that's me wanting to put it there or what. Again, I got someone here that had offers for us, but suddenly, is that real or is that perceived, financial, da da da. But nonetheless, there was an ending to a situation here. Boom, that's it. Okay, so on top of this intuitive stuff, masculine or feminine, High Priestess, very much intuitive in her own right. And then the masculine behind here, the sense I was getting was a Leo, very much in the intuitive shelf himself. We have the Moon card. Well, wouldn't you know, that is about instinct and what drives us. Things that underlie, right? Things that are not seen, that are hidden. The Moon here's a little creepy because you got hands coming out of the water. But nonetheless, the dragon and the wolf are being led by this. Highly. And again, it goes back to that Leo male. And we're talking about an energy here where we follow the light of the moon. We are in darkness, but not complete total blackout. And when the moon is there, it always reveals the day. The next thing that comes is the daylight. And the sense that I get, like I get a refreshing energy from this Leo, this fire energy. Whoever is in this really does seem to have a uncanny way of getting ahead of things in a business sense before everybody else does. And again, it's using his instinct. Instead of sure things, he flies off his instinct, and he's really at an age in his life where he's really starting to get the hang of things, and I really get an empathy here from him. It's like, man, why couldn't I have had this in my 30s, 40s? This guy may be in his 50s, you know, because I could have been that much further ahead. But nonetheless, he is ahead, and a lot of people say that when they just kind of take some of the things for granted. I don't think this is the type that takes everything for granted, but nonetheless, you know, this is the way we're thinking. Holy, okay, as we go. So the moon, okay? Yeah. So balancing energies between good and bad here. I feel like good and bad is a partner that we may have a lingering, that may have a lingering effect on us. To expand on that, we get the Two of Swords. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut here. The Two of Swords here, this woman is being undressed slowly. Slowly working things out, right? Though the man is fully clothed, need to keep that aware. Keep that on, how do you say, on high alert. There's some signs here that this man, now again, I don't know which one's which. Like, which is this negative energy, right? There's a sense here that someone may be working on us on a level that's really slow. Usually this energy, if I didn't have all these bad cards backing it, it comes to a degree that, well, someone's taking the time and the patience to work us over, to get us charged, right? They're not just ripping our clothes off. They're going slowly with our consent. When you have two devil cards here in the background and some heavy, swift energy, I'm just getting a sense here that someone's doing this in order to fool us. They're working us over in a way to slow things down, to fool us into a false sense of security. Boom, that's it. Okay, that's that one. Okay, next, now the Maiden, right? The Pentacles dude. The Hierophant, marriage. We may have some here that are married, and we're just picking up on a mundaneness within that. And the Death is about either a transformation that needs to happen, that has happened, or will be happening. Or the universe is pushing for this, right? On top of that, we get, yeah, the Four of Swords. Again, Swords energy is about mental thoughts that we're going to go outward in. This guy is half in dark and half in light. And what do you know? The devil's there, and yet there's some good things. So it's almost like I'm getting a sense, if we're married, there's a high energy here. Sorry. That we could go either way with this. But there's definitely a need for something to change and transform in order to do that. A sense here from a masculine that needs to ease up with the alpha kind of energy, and work more towards contributing on a lot more levels than just financially in a relationship. And for the woman, it's just a sense of being lonely, or the feminine energy of being lonely within the partnership. To a degree, we just feel like we might as well be alone because that's how we feel within the partnership. Yeah, so there's a sense here that I'm picking up on. This might be the singles here, couples here, and then I don't know, hopefuls here. Yeah, it's more of a in betwixt energy here. Okay, so on top of, there's a lot of secretive things going on here. May even be from the man himself. Like, this may be this energy of this Leo energy, this type, might be coming forth like a universal secret. Again, this guy's kind of hiding in the background. I would have skipped that card. But he's full of conflict, okay? So there's, I don't know, it's hard to suss out the energies. They're very intermingled. Very intermingled. So the High Priestess, again, talking about the secretive side of the Pisces female, is holding a lot of stuff, a lot of knowledge to herself. The moon, again, talking about those things that are not quite seen. We're noticing this highly. To clarify from the Casanova deck, we have the Magician. And that, again, that's an energy of someone who comes in and takes control, and we have complete trust and faith in them to do the right thing, right? The arms are going, she's not even facing him, the arms are coming around towards the neck, like she has complete faith that he will treat her right, that she's trusts him. So the sense here is that we may be trusting someone here in complete faith, and the sense, no, I don't want to get this wrong, but there's a sense here, there's a devil energy. Okay, there's no way. This is absolutely part of the Pisces reading. There's nobody, not one Pisces here that I'm hitting, if this energy's hitting at all. That's not going to be without this energy. And the sense that I get is we may have been dealing with, or may have had trouble with, someone very much pulling the wool over our eyes here and pretending to be someone that they truly are not, is really all I'm getting. And for the married people, I'm just getting we're in the mundane and we may need to shift energies here. But there's got to be a want on both ends. And I feel just a passive energy from the Pisces, and really an unawareness from the Pisces partner in a marriage. Now, again, I'm picking, like, this is the single. This could be single, this devil energy. And also this Leo energy could be quite single, because there's a lot of secretive stuff going on. If we end up with this energy of the Magician, okay, on the single energy, beware of who we trust. Because the moon, there's always things that are unseen. Although it is pretty bright and everything there is seen, there are still things that can rise from the swamp. So be careful of this. Not wanting to freak anybody out. But there's something about trust here. Okay? So as we ended off with the infinity cards here, as we go on the two, again, this is kind of a manipulation tactic. Someone slowing things down in order to gain the Pisces a false sense of security, to say that, yeah, you know what, I'm doing things right because I want to be perceived as good, but I'm really not, and I'm not here for your highest good. In fact, I'll lead you down the wrong road. So this is what that is, okay? So that's the expansion on that energy, okay? Now, as we bring an infinity card, we have dream magic. So technically, we may be dreaming about other things, but also this could be the fact that we are a little bit diluted. We may be having the wool pulled right over us. But again, in the beginning of the reading, I was getting that we were ripping apart at the seams here. We're ripping off from something that was holding us back. So what was that? I don't know, it's very confusing energy. Okay, next, as we get into the mundane, again, I was feeling some marriages here might be in limbo, where we're not happy in the coupled relationship. We're sitting by ourselves, half in dark, half in light, right? And there's a sense of shame with this as well. So things here just not good. And I'm getting a sense this is from people who are partnered Pisces, okay? On top of that, we get silence. Yeah, so this is really that makes total sense with this energy here. Like these two cards, like look at this. There's a sense of an ending happening here. Energetically, frequency-wise, yes. But physically, we may be still in the same areas. Again, not a lot going on. That's really good. A lot of silence. Keeping to ourselves. In fact, things may have ended, but again, I'm getting physically people are still together. So however that works, okay? Now on top of this Magician, again, we're talking about trust. What do I get there? People pleaser. So we gotta watch, because that's a Pisces trait, right? We like to people please. We like to jump through fiery hoops for whoever comes along. So be careful, because there are things in the shadows that could come out and hurt us. And this may be what has happened. This may be the lesson we're trying to learn, trying to be more cautious in the relationships that we're dealing forward, backward, whatever that we're in at this point. Da da da. Trust issues. Be careful where you step, is what they said. Be careful where you step. Okay, so overall for the Pisces, the animal card, put an overall general animal card from the, I don't know, animal deck I mentioned. Look at this, okay. Stability, the sea turtle, I had this in the infinity room under the energetic frequencies for the week. This is the sea turtle. He floats lovingly along the water, and what do you know, he's got someone on his back, but that person on their back may be sleeping, right? They are sleeping. And in fact, if I can get this to focus, they're sleeping there unaware, unaware that they're not hugging a pillow. They're in fact hugging an egg that is cracking. Oh man, come on. Is it gonna... There we go. An egg that's about to crack into a turtle or whatnot. She almost looks like she could be crab material there. But nonetheless, there's something about to strike her. So, this really is highly attuned with where this reading was going, is we may be hugging the very thing that we need to let go of. And not aware on a certain level that it's... Why? Because that person is... it's white, it's round, and we got our head on it. We think it's a pillow, but it's not. That kind of thing. So someone here that may be trying to dilute us from making decisions in a way. And again, notice she is above the surface and there's a lot going on underneath as well. Oh, they're showing me there's a little kid under there. That's her little fireman, her little Leo. That's the Leo energy. They're going, he's still trying to make it to the surface. Look at that. So this is like a union that's waiting to happen to this woman, but look at her hang on to that egg and not know what it truly is. Because where she's looking, she's not seeing it. And that's because, it's cracking open. Because, right, we can't pretend to be things anymore. And look at that turtle. He just kind of knows. It's like, that's okay. I just keep going. That egg is going to bust and she's going to wake up and she's going to see. And that's what's coming. I think for most of these Pisces, they're just going to see what's going on here in the true light of day, right? And then someone will rise up from the surface and come and grab her hand. It's really what they're showing me. And the turtles, look at them trying to, it's up there, buddy. It's up there. I'm close. I can tell. That kind of thing. It's a love connection, right? Waiting to happen, but again, clinging to the wrong things. Okay, that's Pisces. Very cute. Very cute energy. Very, lot going on there, but very cute nonetheless. Okay, Pisces, boom. And I don't have a counter, 102.46. Okay. Oh, moving things here. These are the Cancer cards. Here we go. First card for Cancer. These are very in-depth and involved, and hopefully they will help people out. That's my intent anyway, to get clarity throughout all of this. Okay, here we go. First card, Cancer. Boom. Thought. 18. Thought. So we are thinking. We are high in thought, is what they said. Tapping in highly to this energy of thinking about everything, digesting things, formulating things, ruminating on things. Okay, so we are high in thought. Again, we got fire and air here highly. What is she looking? She's looking in the fire. The element of fire is about taking action. So she's looking in there, getting ready to take action, thinking about what to do and where to go. Sorry guys, trying to figure out where the focal point is here. And it just doesn't match every time. But anyway, so she's in that cauldron trying to fire things up. High in thought, needing to work things through, digest things. It's really what I'm getting. So that's Cancer energy. Next card. 8 of Earth. That is about creation power. The source of power that we have for ourselves. Highly glowy, these cards. She is grounded and rooted in herself. This Cancer is finally, I don't know if we've taken a stand yet, but we have spiritually felt the power that we carry, and we're going to consciously take it outward, is what I get. Again, I feel like that stake is not put in the ground. She's holding it up. She's not ready, or she's ready to stake it, but she's not yet done so. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Next card, the Crone. That is the wisdom of the ages here. This woman is highly intuitive, highly spiritual in the ways of using their instinct. Okay, sorry guys, I don't know why this should be focusing by now. The crow is there guarding her. The woman, the sense I'm getting here, because the crow's facing away, they're going, look how we have learned to do things to a degree. How do you say that? We don't have to use our instinct anymore. And they're going, this is not a default, by the way. This is not what we're working for, to use things until we don't need them no more. We need to use our instinct. But they're going, this is how we roll. The Cancer rolls to a certain degree. They'll listen to that crow, and then they'll wander off and they'll just do their own thing. So they have been through enough darkness here to know how things work, right? There's a mushroom there. Again, mushrooms highly pivotal. I'm going to have to put an info on Facebook. An info thing on spirituality and mushrooms. And the grass is growing. Now that's interesting, because this woman is staying her place. This grass is growing in her gown, which is part of the universal energy. Like, very grounded again. So I'm feeling like these Cancers are very grounded in their opinion, in their position, in where they're going, where they're headed. They know this. But again, the stake is not put in the ground yet. They're not willing to take that stand yet, but they know firmly within their own right what and who and where and what. All of this stuff is going to come down. It's decision's been made. Just a matter of how are we going to execute this, right? They're making me look at her white stripes there is really the graying of the hair, right? So a sense of earning these answers on their own, not necessarily through instinct, though they do tap in every once in a while. They will not, or do not, fall prey to it, is how they see it. Though universally they're going, we do not feel that using your instinct is anything that, how do you say, that should be avoided. It should be utilized, because this is how we get to the best of our abilities, to the best places we need to go for our highest good. But this is the way the Cancer is seeing things, okay? It's almost like a crux. They don't want to use it. It's like I gotta savor it, or can't use it all, or I don't want to use it all in case, something like that. Okay, so on the thought process, what's going on? We have the Empress energy. She is learning to use her love cup, learning to go outward in love, learning to move forward and give love outward. She is hearing from this woman here about how to do this in this way. Everybody's dressed in green because this is what we're learning about, a heart-centered place we want to go. And again, this is interesting to me. Look at all the green. We've got grounded green energy all over this reading. So the sense here is we're going to learn a high lesson in the heart department, no matter what, where we go with our instinct, whatnot. This is where it's coming from, is the heart, to open that up. Okay, so the Empress, yeah, she's the one that's going on her way, ready to give her cup outward. Okay. On the 8 here, grounded energy of the 8 of Earth. Look at this again. Green energy, but in the Princess of Cups. So this is her element, and they're showing how, yeah, because they choose these cards wisely, right? And the butterflies is the transformation in the heart direction that we need to make. And look at her not looking at the cups. She's looking at the object of affection without the cup. How can we go after our affections if we don't have our cup? They're going their cup, but if you look, it is shining with potential as of yet unfulfilled, right? Looks empty. They're going to us, it is empty at this point. To Cancer, it's empty. But the transformation needs to happen in her dress and the roses on her head. She needs to think more powerfully of the love and how to give and receive this in order to truly transform her life in a loving kind of way. And look how it kind of looks like it's turning to air at the bottom. Princess of Cups. She's just learning how to get love and give and receive love. And this is the path some of these Cancers are on. Again, the crone, right? We've been through a lot. The crone's been through a lot. And again, jumping in and out of the energy of the universe. Not willing to let it run the show. We're quite independent in that way. Thank you very much. But the world, this is 21. This is it? Yeah. This can talk to distance. It can talk to being illuminated. Here I get highly illuminated because this woman's head is glowing. The sense is that we're going to learn from our processes here. I feel like a lesson's coming down, but nonetheless, this is the ending. Look at the colors and the beautiful things. And I feel like this Cancer may have been sitting in black and white for a while. And they're just about to turn around and see everything in full bloom color. So this is something to do with the heart center, right? Something here is going to be exposed in a lesson oriented kind of way through a love partnership or not. I'm not sure. Well, obviously it's love partnership. Maybe love of family, maybe in a relationship, whatever. We're going to get illuminated. There's no two ways. There's no way to avoid it. Okay. Last clarification before we hit the romance. The Empress, the energy of thought. We're thinking about love and what it means in our lives and how to bring it forward. And this is what is predominant here. We have the Three of Swords, which talks to pain. We've been through a lot of pain. We're thinking that we don't want to be in it anymore. Yada yada. That's all I'll say about that. Now, again, the Princess of Cups, the energy here is about moving forward, learning how we're ready to take a stand to learn how to, you know, get that cup filled, okay? And then we get the Empress. This is interesting to me. Because this is the Empress and this is the Empress. And really the Empress is at that point where they know they've got it. They are the divine feminine looking for the divine masculine. This is what's going on. Okay? What is that? I can't even see it with my own eyes. Oh, it's just a bubble. The guy's feminine's chasing this bubble. But she's crowned and she's got her jewelry on and she is all up in it. Divine feminine energy. So there's a sense here this Cancer is coming into divine feminine energy through her heart-centered place, okay? Now, on top of this crone, which again, I get a sense here there's some dark energy this woman's been through. The world has shown her a lot of darkness, but we are going to come out in full color, right? This is the sense I'm getting. We will not let it ruin us. We will not. So, Six of Cups talks about the past. This may be where, case in point, we had our lesson. There may have been things in the past that we either think fondly of, have great memories of. The Six of Cups always holds like those little swirls. It's like excitement. Times that excite us in our past, though we may not be feeling it now, there may be ways to create it going forward, right? To create that colorful energy. We got it in the past somehow, and we want to recreate it in our future. That's really what I'm getting. So as we move into the romance energy, first card on the pane of the heart. The Empress is evolving. She's thinking about her path in a heart-centered way. We get the Queen of Wands. Now, she is the fire sign. So this woman is a mover and a shaker, and I always take this to mean, again, a male figure in the midst here, and thought that she is thinking this one. She's thinking, what a night I've had, what an evening I've had, what a person I've been with. And again, we got nostalgia of the past popping up. So this could be what's making her flowers bloom, but nonetheless, next card on top of the Empress energy, transformation of the heart, the beginning processes of opening it to a high degree. We have the Hierophant, and that is about spirituality. So there's a sense here some of these cancers are opening up spiritually in a new way of being. We may have spiritual leaders in our midst, or people that we think of highly in a spiritual way that are helping things evolve. We may be doing this for others as well. It's all part of the process. Yeah, I get a sense here that we have someone we look up to, and someone also looks up to us in the same way, and we're just carrying things on. The crone energy, the full color, the past that we're thinking about fondly. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is a good card for people that want to be admired. So this is about a man who is in the middle of a courtyard and they're selling things, and now suddenly he wants to flatter this woman with a painting. You are so beautiful. Can I paint your picture? This kind of thing. So this is what's going on. So flattery is really what this is about. Flattery for our body, for our looks, whatever. But again, this doesn't have to be, how do you say, shallow. We feel very proud to receive this. Someone that appreciates our looks, okay? Yeah, and it may have been in the past when we last felt this. We may not have this in the present. That's what they're telling me. So to clarify on this woman, this thinking woman, now look at her go. She is this the 8? This is the 9. Yeah, this is about stress and anxiety. So she's thinking, the sense I was getting initially is, yeah, we're thinking about our heart. This is causing us stress because we either are not in the right position as we sit, or just not happy in the position that we sit, needing to look over things to come to some kind of an agreement here. This woman is highly stressed and just not able to get any sleep. Now, on top of this energy of the Empress again, the Page of Cups, or the Princess of Cups they call, grounded green energy all the way through. And again, spirituality, but it can also speak to marriage. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is about putting in hard work. Actually, no, that's not what it is. It's Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for things to mature, right? Because he's waiting to collect all of these things. All of these pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, yeah. The harvest has been tended to, like we've done, put all the work in that we need to put. So now we just have to reap the rewards type thing. So the sense here is, are we, I get some of these are so written so closely, the graphics, because this is almost like the waiting for it to mature, but they're going, no, it's taking things away. Like, we've put a lot of work and effort, and now it's time to reap the rewards. That's what it is. It's about reaping rewards for what we have done so far. Spiritually, I feel this is what it is. We're starting to reap the rewards. How? Because we're starting to realize the true energy of the Empress energy that we always carried all along. But if we didn't realize it, we didn't go outward to show others. that they need to realize it, right? We would let them get away without realizing it. But now that we've realized it ourselves, da da da. Hopefully that's translating. Again, complementary energy here. Get the Queen of Swords. It's interesting because she usually cuts things away. Look at all those ribbons that are attached to her. Those are all her conquests, all the things she's accomplished, the things she has been through. At this point, she's highly protective of all of this. So she puts that sword in front of her to warn others that they may not just cross the line here. We have boundaries and we have limitations, and we are prepared to stand up for those. So you come at me right or you don't come at me at all. That is highly what this woman is about. So this is what I feel like maybe the Cancer is either going through at this point or prepared to stand up for in the future. That's what she's going through. I feel like she's prepared to do this in the future. Very near is what they said, very near future. Okay, continuing the stressful situation here. We have the Two of Wands. Now that talks about introductions in a physical kind of way. Warming up to someone intimately, communicating, getting to know each other, and flames arising because of this. Right? This man is like, tell me about yourself. She's like, well, I'll tell you. And then meanwhile, there's heat underneath the table as well, right? So there's a lot of attraction here to someone, not only on a mental level, but a physical level as well. So again, Two of Wands, so that's new invitations here. So on top of this harvest, you know, bringing in the harvest, again, I felt that was very highly in a spiritual area because of her being the Empress, in the Empress energy. We have the Queen of Wands, staying in the Wands element. And that is about showing off to a lover, showing off what you got. And the guy is really digging it as well, and she's having fun with him, and it's all going good. So it's a matter of kind of knowing what you got, showing it off, and there's someone there to appreciate it. So this is really good energy for moving forward in. Okay, now again, the Two of Wands, we're staying in the element, but the two is a very early stages. Okay, so on the Queen of Swords, which is laying boundary to something, we have the Judgment card. Now this is interesting because this is about people that are being bound together. And the sense here with this card is that we're laying boundary to this. Now it's interesting to me, these two cards match very well. Here, I'm going to show you this first. These two cards mesh very well. Look at the man in the courtyard, right? Beginning stages. Hi, who are you? Da da da. Oh, we should get together. Da da da. Oh, there they go. They're getting together. So this is an advancement of something that has caught our eye, or we have caught theirs, right? Okay, so the Judgment. Okay, I was talking about, this is the universal tying karmic people together, tying people together, period, to learn lessons in love, period. That's what it is. Like Cupid from above. Here we go. These two are tied. Now, we have a Queen of Swords. This is about cutting that off. So we may have made a decision here to cut this off. Done or not done, we'll see what the next card holds, but nonetheless the sense they're giving me is we were tied to someone and we have now laid boundary to this. So this is where we're at. Yeah, okay, so as we move forward here to this introductory energy, right, this fiery being turned on by someone and being intrigued by someone at the same time. We get the Father. What do you know? So this may be an energy of someone who is literally a father, may or may not be your child, but at the same time can be, I mean, we've got the Empress energy rolling around, so this would be like the Emperor, right? The Empress would be the mother, and this would be the father, right? So there's a sense here of a union either wanting to happen or whatnot. This guy's full of fire. And you look at the, I mean, these are very suggestive as well, these Celtics. I don't use them a lot. They have some harsh energy in them. But nonetheless, the top of his wand, right? I mean, that is a wand. So we're aware here this man is very powerful in and virile in that way. This is his, I feel like, either claim to fame or this is his stake. Now, this may also be what we're attracted to, right? So keep that in mind in this energy or whatever. Okay, so yeah, because that's expanding on that. So on this energy of moving forward here, showing our stuff and somebody, what do you know, they like it. So on top of that, what do you know? Okay, again, graphic, 18 plus. See if I can strategically place this. PG it. This man, King of Cups, he is offering love forward. He is, I mean, if we're, well, you know what? I warned him. 18 plus. So he is just out there offering it all, really. That's what's going on. He's got his cup there, and that's not the only thing he's offering, right? So here we go. This guy, he's moving forward. So we have an offer from someone here is very, again, virile. It's just accentuated as we go along here. For the Cancers, so for those that are single, this is just someone who's, you know, newly stirred up our atmosphere. And if we are in a partnership, we may be untying from one and getting into another. Now, on top of the energy, again, of someone, of us, I feel like the Cancer is really kind of strutting their stuff and they found someone that's really interested in seeing this. We get the Four Swords. Now, that is a sense of stasis, right? We're kind of in limbo here. I'm confused as to where this sits because I'm getting a sense of a disconnect and a reconnect. So this may be the difference between singles and couples. I don't know, but the Four of Swords really does symbolize a need to rest and recuperate, or things being still. As I go on to the untying energy here, where is the, oh, is this, oh, this goes on this energy. Oh, okay, hold on, sorry, that doesn't go on that. Look at me make mistakes. That doesn't go on the Queen of Swords energy, because I was going, oh yeah, something about it. No wonder it didn't feel right, because this was clarifying, because I didn't want to show his dingleberry. This is clarifying this dude, and I put it behind the wrong way. He's supposed to go forward here in all his glory to clarify this judgment. And I was saying that's the tying of a relationship, but we have behind it, we have the Queen severing it. Now get a load of this. This is where the pause happens. We're pausing. We may be attracted to someone else. Okay, bear with me here. I'm going to go through all the... We may be attracted to someone else or waiting to get into a new relationship, but we have yet to cut the cords from the old one, is the sense I'm getting. Though we are highly prepared, highly in the heart-centered place, we know exactly what we need to do, highly prepared for it, geared up. I mean, all we have to do is literally have it come out of our mouth and we're ready to go. But there's a stasis here, so there's a pause, a need to rest. Again, I'm feeling the Cancer's fully prepared with all of this. So we go one more row here. Okay, on top of the Father, right? The fiery energy with a lot of heart is on pause, really. There's a sense here. We have a high physical attraction to this person and to us to them. Them to us, that's us to them, the whole bit. It's on, right? So this is the energy. And there's a lot of a back and forth flirtation movement, And I get this guy's heavily endowed. So on top of the Father, kind of like the master energy here, we get the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about the need to talk and discuss things. And this usually has a good energy to it. Now, if we have this as a clarifier, this amps this up a bit. So it gives a sense with this... fire energy behind that we need to sorry, My son is just giggling and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, um, this amps this up to mean a little more of an urgency coming forth to the conversation. It's not so polite and easygoing. Okay, but nonetheless, it's almost like this man needs to find out some information quite frantically. Instead of the casualness, it bumps it up a notch, okay? So this guy here that's offering love, again, we're giving and they're highly enticed. We have the 14 of Swords, which basically is 14, yeah, is the King of Swords energy. That's an air type energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Give me a moment here. I'm trying to figure out. I get confused with these ones for some reason. I always have to go back to the book. Yeah, power and charisma. Someone who's tired of being an authority. Now it's interesting. It comes to clarify this person that is enticing us. I'm not too sure how we serve that. But anyway, on this pause card again, the sense I get here is that we are tied to someone and we may be in the midst of untying, but I feel like the Cancer is on every level except for physical, ready to do what needs to be done here. We have the 11, which is the Page of Cups. And this guy talks of vulnerability. He talks of pure of heart. He's offering what you see is what you get. This may be the Pisces energy, or this may be an energy that's coming at them. I feel like this may be part of the energy that's coming towards them. I feel like this energy here, this Swords energy, kind of doesn't belong. It's in there, but it's almost, I get a sense like of a antagonist energy. Okay, so as we go to the Infinity cards, on top of the 7, the need to talk and a sense of urgency coming from someone here behind it. We have the escape room. Yeah, so the need to withdraw. So we may be withdrawing from our partner because we know in our mind what we want to do, but we have not yet had the talk with them to clarify that. That's what I'm getting. So this may be our partner, might be a fire sign, and there's an urgency there or need to talk from that man to us. Why? Because they can sense that we're trying to escape here and withdraw from the relationship, and they need answers and they need them now, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so the next card on this 14 energy, which is interesting, we've got hooked. Now this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We may be hooked on someone like this, or someone may be hooked on us like this. And I get a cantankerous, not a cantankerous, just like a stagnant energy that just doesn't go nowhere. They're just sitting there, and they really don't contribute, and they really don't take away. I mean, they can take away, have the potential for this. This may be some of the energy that's been cut. I'm not sure, but there's a sense of this energy being hooked, or we being hooked to this energy in some kind of way. Someone that may have offered us love in the past is what they're saying. Okay, and we know that this person turns us on to a high degree, and we know that maybe they do the same, okay, be aware of that. So on top of this pause energy, the unhooking and hooking of relationship here, we get purity. Yeah, we need to go where this exists. There's a purity of heart here, and if we do not have it, we do not see it as a potential, we need to go and find it somewhere else. If it's not sitting here waiting for us or in our midst, we need to go out in search of this. And that's really the energy here. And it may be the time it takes to do this. We may have to rest a little to find that in order to go forward. And when we go forward, we use this energy of how do you say, going outward in purity. Because this guy really is kind of the pure guy of the deck. He's tells the truth. What he says he does, da da da. Even though he's a page, he's still truly offering love forward, and that's what is pure. So da da da. So the animal card for the Cancer on their path here, what do we get? Swan. Talks about beauty. So again, right, there's always the trap of beauty. Like, they're going blind beauty. What is that? Do we know what that is, or have we had that influence upon us? Are we blinded by beauty? This is really what they're getting through here. The number is 20, 2 and 0, right? Partnerships. Swans, again, those are huge symbols of partners, strong partnerships. We only got one in this picture. And the woman is trying to play with it, right? So again, the heart-centered place that the Cancer's coming from, trying to evolve. Again, it looks kind of green, that scarf. It's kind of tealy green, blue. We're still blind to a lot of things in the love department, but we're on our way to becoming an Empress. And in order to do that, we need to go in the direction where purity sits within a relationship. We have not found this far, so we need to be going in search of that in order to gain it. Period. Okay. So that is Cancer. That was interesting. Whew, interesting read. Okay, so 135.45. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Now on to Scorpio. First card. Knowledge. This is good. Gaining knowledge. We are taking it all in, is what they're saying. Soaking it all up. We are doing this. So there's something here. They're making me notice those vials on the table. We're collecting things from different areas, trying to make the best decisions for our life forward. Is that a little squirrel in the... trying to... I can't even see without my glasses. No, it's not. It's like a rock or a vase. Or... Anyway, yeah, it's another vase. Okay. Making me aware of that, right? Making me aware of that vase. That vase is sitting there. I don't know if it's out of... It's not out of reach, but it's out of their viewpoint, right? Because they're focusing on all those things that they're collecting. But they're going, but this is empty. This one in the corner is empty. So, however, that's... may mean something to somebody. Yeah, because those all have lids on it, eh? They're not to be. They go on the shelf and they're viewed. And this, you can drink from that vial on the corner. Something about that. Okay? Something about taking things in to a degree. Okay. So knowledge is the first card for the Scorpio this week. The Eight of Earth, that is about, you know, the chakra system, how we get lit up, what inspires us from the inside out. The snake there is winding into the chakra. Now that is not the heart, it is the solar, is it? Red, orange, yellow. Yeah, solar plexus chakra. That is about self-worth, self-esteem, how we gain these things forward. It's interesting to me. They made the awareness of collecting things from others, right? So is this what it is? We're looking outward to others for our self-esteem, and what we really need to do is have it drinkable within ourselves, right? So that we can ingest it and put it into ourselves rather than gaining it outside from others. Yeah, this was the energy that came in a few readings back, but whatnot. Yeah. That's what I'm getting highly. That needs to be worked on to a high degree. Okay? Or that's what they're working on, focusing on. They're gathering stuff in that way, inadvertently in a different direction. But what is happening, it will be surprising. Okay? The outcome. Now, we have the Six of Earth. This big brawly man here. That is a Taurus energy if I've ever seen it. He has got the weight of the house on his shoulders there. Is basically he's hauling things on his shoulders because he's strong, and he's, you know, he's got a lot of fruits in his basket there, but he's chained to these things, heavy load he's got on his shoulders. So we may be in a position like this where we are working hard and chained to things for abundance, and it may be chained to earthly things, right? We may have an addiction, an attraction. This is what keeps us going, the earthly things, okay? Not getting so grounded as much as attached to things on an earthly plane. So maybe materialism could be highlighted here, or attached to something that is highly material. Now, it's interesting to me that we have a lock and a key on this, on his neck. Is that the key to getting untied, but we just choose not to use it because we have a lot of abundance? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff energy coming out from this guy. Again, Taurus is very stubborn. So we may have all the answers here, but for whatever reason, we may not want to move from where we're at because of the abundance. That's really what I'm getting. There's an abundance here we don't want to let go, but there's a freedom that is beyond it, is what I'm getting, okay? Knowledge. We're trying to gain this. Why? In a heart-centered way. Again, green, and we're talking about the Four Cups. Four Cups is about being offered things universally and not wanting to take them. Again, this is the same thing. It's like we've got the keys around our neck to do and make the right decisions, but we choose not to do it. We'd rather, how do you say, bear the load rather than be set free from it for whatever reason. There's something binding us here. It's really what I'm getting. So there's a knowledge, highly a knowledge of what we're being offered something universally. There's highly a knowledge here, attunement to that, but a stubbornness to not go there, no matter. Really not seeing the worth in it. Again, the self-esteem issues might be what's really holding us back from this to a high degree. On top of that, self-worth is what I get from that. We get the Seven of Swords, and this is about sneaky behavior. This is about this woman. She's taken off. She's got swords kind of in the midst there, but she's going to sneak off with at least 4 of them. Or 5 of them, sorry. There's 5 there. Knowing she's doing wrong, but she's going to do it anyway. So again, there's a high resistance to do the right thing. We're going to just stay chained. There's a high resistance to get all that stuff off of our back and be lighter. And this really is a sense that we just do not truly know what is best for us. It may be because we have not evolved enough in our own self-esteem ways to figure it out. So Seven of Swords, I feel, is about us convincing ourselves of other things than what is truly there. Denial, right? Now, on top of this energy where we have the keys to release ourselves, we're going to stay chained, maybe chained to financial stabilities of something. Maybe with a partner that's financially stable, we refuse to leave because even though we know it's the right thing to do, we refuse to leave. Da da da. On top of that, we get the Sun, right? So again, 6 of Earth. Showing you what could be around the corner, right? The Sun. We have a lot here, but we are bound by a lot as well. It's almost like we've been carrying this load for so long, we just don't realize that things could get better. Could be better. Yeah. And again, that might be rooted in the self-esteem. Sun is the happiest, joyfulest card. So this is something you want to attain. On top of the 4 cups here, where we're dealing with knowledge, having to do with energies of things being offered to us universally that we're refusing or uninterested in taking. To clarify, we have the Moon and the mysteries. there are mysteries here about moving forward, and the sense they're giving me is that the unknown is what we fear, and in this case it's keeping us stuck. Okay, we do not know, therefore we will not go. So again, self-esteem issues, sneaking away, doing things, fooling. I feel like the foolery here is within ourselves. I think everybody around us may know what needs to be done, but we are highly the trickster in our own play that is fouling up the stage type thing. So on top of the Seven of Swords, we get the Seven of Swords. So that is playing the lone wolf. So we may be quite the loner. The sense they're giving me is that we may be alone, and this is because we've made bad decisions at this point and refuse to take responsibility for them. So therefore, this is going to be a permanent state if we don't learn the lessons we need to learn here from everything. Again, wrapped in a yellow ribbon of self-esteem. We are trying to hide our self-esteem in errors, is what they're saying. So all these swords coming at us, at our esteem, if we truly admit our wrongs, we'll be able to escape things quite easily. But the inability to do this comes down to ego. So we may be tricking ourselves through our ego. Whoa. False sense of self-worth really is what they're showing me. And it's bringing us to a position where we are by ourselves quite a bit, because there's nobody willing to put up with this kind of energy in their midst, right? False energy is not being, it's being prohibited. So this load of weight that we bear can really be taken off quite easily. In fact, we do have the keys, and they are there around our neck. The sun can illuminate behind that of better things to come here. We believe there are in the moon in the darkness, but the sun is waiting to be revealed, and we have the star, which is highly aspected. Show it off here. The star is highly aspected. That is sage, a need to cleanse things, right? Cleanse our energy field and cleanse our mind. We may be going outward in a polluted kind of way, meaning we are tricking ourselves to believe we have an esteem that is not truly there. If we admit that it is not truly there, we will make more progress and come away cleansed. Because why? Because we're being truthful and honest. We're telling the bare bones truth. And so what if it's that we don't, appreciate ourselves yet? That we will work our way through that. There's a sense here of denying things altogether. So a sense of needing to cleanse, to get rid of the energy that, and it really, they're going, this is highly connected to this card, because this is what we need to cleanse from. All that burden that we have on our shoulders can easily be gotten rid of if we just tell the truth and come forward in our own true beliefs. Really, there's a sense here of denying our own true beliefs on a certain level. So look at all the yellow that's being highlighted in this row. It's all yellow stuff. We're dealing highly with self-esteem issues here, trying to evolve, but yet there's a resistance for the Scorpio to do this. We're being, outside of us, people are highlighting this to us. We are denying it exists. The universe wants you to cleanse, to rise through and see your errors and admit your mistakes, and therefore we can rise above them. But the moon is here, and there's a fear or a mystery that we can get anywhere doing that. And sometimes what we think, if we think it enough, it can come to be, but in a bad way, right? So there's a sense here of needing to break through some self-esteem issues, absolutely. So as we go into love side, I feel like the Scorpio that I'm reading for the energy that matches, again, it's not going to match with everybody. I feel like they're highly needing to admit where they sit, or at least to themselves, that They have a hard time doing this, so this really to me symbolizes a high ego that they just will not release from, and it's going to keep them stuck. So the moon in the mysteries, the four cups, about things being offered that we're not interested, and knowledge that's sitting there waiting to be discovered. On the love side, as we dive in, we have the seven of canes. Seven of canes is about unions, uniting with people. These people, well, this woman was traveling on a train to see this man, so very excited to see each other and be united. So there's a sense here of this in the midst, no matter what we're going through spiritually or in our own right, self-esteem. On top of the lone wolf energy, which is interesting if we have that union, because this could also signify friendships as well. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could signify family and friends coming to visit from far and wide. Okay. So on the lone wolf energy, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Now this is interesting because this is an energy of the man kind of taking advantage of the maid, and the maid really saying yes to this because this man has a lot of money. So somehow this scenario makes sense. And again, I was picking up here that we're highly attached to finances here as being a root to some of our, I don't know if it's our self-esteem issues. Not, I said that wrong. It is a root to some of our self-esteem issues, but I don't know if it is all the root to everything here. We just have to learn to be financially independent and we will gain headway in our own self-esteem. Is that it? Could be for some. Okay. So again, this is an energy in a romantic sense of a man taking advantage of his maid because he has money and she complying for the same reason. So on the cleansing energy here, the sun that wants to shine through and unburden you. We have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, this woman is a harlot. She jumped in this man's lap. Why? Because he's got all those pentacles sitting on the table. That's why. So again, they're feeding this energy heavy. Someone here is just in a situation where we are with a person or stuck in a situation with heavy, heavy consequences because of finances, period. I mean, it's boom, boom. It's there. But we may have someone coming up in the midst to, I don't know, shake things up. We'll see. On the uniting energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting because this is the singles card. It's interesting. We have the loners card and the singles card. So we may be in a partnership that we feel alone in, or we are very independent emotionally. Because I do not feel financially we are. But nonetheless, this woman does have a lot of nice things and whatnot. So if you are a Scorpio and you are single, you are very much on your own road, is the sense I'm getting. Is a different energy for these single Scorpios. Flipping a switch here. Hold on. Heavy. Single Scorpio people are very much in a way where they can support themselves. They've got a lot of nice things. In fact, they're quite happy being single. Though they're ready to mingle with others, they're fine if they don't attain anything outside of that. Now that sits on top of this uniting energy. So we may have some Scorpios here that are moving from single to couplehood, or at least uniting with someone who's has the possibility of bringing us to that. Next, over this energy of the man with the money taking advantage of the maid and the maid complying to a high degree. We have the Four Swords. Yeah. And didn't we have that earlier? Here somewhere? No. I'm getting the readings mixed up. We had the Four Cups, which is about apathy and love. And the Four Swords is about pauses and needing to rest and relax. Why? Because we're taxed, man. We're maxed right out. We're kind of faking our way through this. We're faking our way emotionally through this relationship with this person. and it's really having an effect on us. We can't do it no more, or we feel like we shouldn't do it no more. But we're not going to give up because we're just not. We're stubborn. Okay? Is the sense I'm getting. Okay, so for this card here, again, there's a need to cleanse this energy, to cleanse our mind, to look at things and go, okay, it's highly aspected here. We can go in a direction where we get happiness, but if we refuse to look at our universe correctly, we really can't get out of this. And again, we're having a barometer here that's off. Because they're going, well, this is the top of our barometer, and they're going, no, spiritually it's at the bottom because we're sacrificing our own individuality and happiness for someone else, or utilizing someone else's resources instead of our own. That would make us more deeply, one, it would evolve us, and two, it would make us more deeply spiritually sound. Ugh, okay, it's hard to put into words what I get. So again, cleansing energy, right? And then the harlot taking advantage of this guy. Why? Because he got money. So I'm jumping in there, and he kind of looks confused. I mean, if you look at him, he's kind of like doesn't know. He may have had a few too many, and he's just accepting her, right? And all the guys in the background are laughing. Okay, so what do we get on that? We get the 7, yeah, which is the Chariot, which is about movement, momentum forward. Yeah, the sense here is we need to go forward. But look at these two at the front here. Just no, they're not wanting. One's laying down, the other one's like, I don't know if I'm going to go any further. This Chariot is really... And they did make me get this deck out. They're going, I was going to put the Dreamer's deck in here. I usually do that. And they're like, no, we want the Mucha. I said, yeah, okay. This would be case in point. It's a very unique Chariot. It's one where we are in refusal to go forward. But nonetheless, this is about action that should be taken. Just not in movement. Okay? Okay, here we go, a little deeper on the singles card. So again, if we have some singles here, they are very happy being where they're at. They're very financially secure, and they have a lot of nice things around. So they're really not tied up to any energy of needing anybody for anything. On the couple side, I feel like this is what this person is attached to. I feel like the Scorpios are attached to the money. So they're really having a hard time letting that go and becoming truly single, okay? On top of that is the Lover's card. Yeah, this is interesting because in this deck, it always means a choice between two lovers. And if we're talking about love or money, right? That's really what they said. They're going, this would be, well, which one would be love and which one would be money, right? This guy has to choose. But one is not going to fulfill them in the long run, and the other will. I have the feeling here that, I mean, we just have no desire or no will to move, and there's nothing really making us move. Because this guy's not cracking the whip, so why should we? There's no motivation to move, right? This is what I'm getting. So there she sits. Okay, so a sense of needing to choose lovers. So if we are single, we may have opportunities here like we had, and I do feel like we have a visitation, no matter single, couple, whatever. I feel like if we're single, this may be more prominent, right? A uniting, or just maybe family, whatnot. The lovers, okay, right. Next row, talking about the self-esteem, the trickery that we do in order to trick ourselves that our esteem is higher, but yet make actions in ways that we, are really lowering our own esteem. One case in point, being attached to someone with money, letting them have their way when we truly, we're not standing up for our true principles and our rights. Because of this person having money, this kind of thing. The Four of Swords is about needing rest and relaxation. from this energy. On top of that, we get the Nine of Pentacles. Now that's interesting because the Nine of Pentacles is about obsession. This guy is taking a lock of this woman's hair. And I don't know what he's going to do with it, but he is obsessed with her, basically, is the sense here. And she is kind of, I mean, she's not even looking at him, but that's very unhealthy dynamic, really, is what I'm getting. If he's going to take a lock of her hair, and she's is what, like, what's going on here? So I don't know if this is this, I don't feel this is the situation that is going on here. I mean, really what I'm getting is that we may be with a partner that we don't appreciate to a highest degree other than financially. So I don't know where this comes in, so I'm a little confused. Don't know where that attaches to, okay? So we're going to move on to the movement here, or the staying still that I get from this card. On the sex side, we have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is about exciting sex life, happy, joyful, playful sex life. This is interesting because it doesn't match, but maybe we have a lot of enjoyment in the bedroom and we're able to overlook that. Again, this energy is not attaching to any of this. Let me see here if it goes to this. It might be, okay, it might be in the single side, okay. So this might be, they're going all that energy. All of this goes to the single side is what they're saying. Sorry, am I not paying attention? So there's a rest here needed for couples to see things clearly, really, because we're putting money as at the forefront. Now, as we skip to the singles, we have the Nine of Pentacles. That, yeah, brings our energy into, we may have someone come in here that we may be obsessed with. To a degree, we are quite disconnected from them, but may have an opportunity for intimacy. Like a one chance thing is what I get. So we're going to take advantage of that is what I get. Okay, this is what I'm getting from this, because it's like one trick pony, that's it. You know, we get in, we're out, we'll never get it again. So there's a sense of taking a reward for this, okay? So I don't know, maybe having an encounter with someone who may be a player, but it's a one-time shot, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. So if we're highly in our ego, we would be playing games like that, okay? Whew. Okay, so this 4, yeah, is the playful sex life that we have with this person, okay? And for the singles, we're just mingling with, you know, a few people physically is what I'm getting. There may be some choices here on the singles side, okay? So as we move forward a little notch closer, on the lovers, where there's a choice that needs to be made here, and for some it's love or money, for others it's literal partners. We get the Ten of Wands again. Basically repeating energies within different frameworks here. He's just sick and tired of carting this thing around, right? He's got all these wands going on his back. He's got to get to the top of the hill, and he just doesn't want to carry it anymore. For some, it's a lover that they have. They don't want to carry it anymore. They're with someone they just can't deal with. The burden is too heavy. It's becoming too heavy for a reason, because we're meant to go. That's really what I'm getting. Okay, so on the 9, the obsession, again, I was getting highly. This is for the singles. On top of that, we get the Queen of Wands. Now, would you look at this? The Queen of Wands. Again, these are very descriptive nonetheless. If you look at that throne, what do you get? Now, that's the whole thing here. She does not let any moss grow under her feet when it comes to conquest. This woman is there. So the Queen of Wands, she will jump at things that other people won't. And again, I was getting a sense this is a one-trick pony with this card. And this would match that energy because, I mean, her throne is made of it. And secondly, she's just going to go forward. And even if she knows that it's just a one trick, I don't care. I'm going to take it while I can. And these wands and these fire energies, they don't let things pass them by. They take advantage. They're very adventurous in that way. So that's the sense I'm getting. So we have a Scorpio here, as single nonetheless, maybe taking advantage of some conquests in a single kind of way. Okay? Yes, what I'm getting. Yeah. They're wanting me to look at that dragon. Give me a minute here. Yeah, almost like we're okay. We're rising, right? Okay, the fiery energy is that rise to self-esteem. There's a lot of yellow in this as well. How she's got the yellow sunflowers yellow on her feet. They're going, notice the elevation here is very low, but we have the, the yellowy orange on our shoulders. Like we're trying to coat ourselves in our self-esteem, but we're doing it, we may be doing it in different ways that are not truly how we go about this. But nonetheless, that's a lesson that needs to be learned. So maybe gaining self-esteem in physical partners rather than other ways, more, how do you say, not gratifying ways. That's pretty gratifying, but more, there's a word, like dignified ways. Yeah. Okay. Next, the Four of Wands. Again, the movement and the signal life here of swinging from the trees, doing as you please. Okay. Seven of Swords. So there's the trickery. There's a lot of trickery here in what we do. We may be going out and getting conquests and maybe telling ourselves lies in order to make it seem more dignified, or seem more, or may not be telling the truth at all. We may just be going out and doing this and trying to play innocent on the surface. Okay, so be aware of that energy if that's what you're in, because it does taint the soul to a certain degree, especially when we get with people that we don't know enough energetically. It can have the ability to muddy up our spiritual waters, and this may be part of the problem that the Scorpio is coming across here. So yeah, this, energy, why is this moving? I keep moving back and forth, rubbing it. Okay, anyway. Oh, okay. Ten of Wands is just, it's becoming burdensome and we can't carry it any longer. What do we get on the sex side? We have the 11 of Pentacles. This is the opportunist. Sorry. The opportunist. He is going to take every opportunity he can, usually in a financial kind of way. This is in the Casanova deck. So we're talking about romance. So the sense here is no matter what comes across our path, we are going to snap it up in whatever way, even if it's physically. Okay, so this is part of the self-esteem climb that this Scorpio has to make, is we have to kind of boundary that to more pleasantries. Make sure that those that we intermingle with in a physical kind of way are those that we want to intermingle with, not just because of what they have or what they show us, but because we truly feel a connection there that's more deeply rooted than the finances or looks or whatever it may be. Here I feel it's deeply rooted in finances. Okay, so that is that. Okay, on top of the Queen of Wands energy, again, opportunist, taking every taking every chance she can in this way. We have the Six of Cups now. This is about heartbreak, and this is about someone taking our conquests or memories. There's a lot here. Oh, sorry, my stomach went off. Six of Cups sometimes is about a past love that we are pining for, that we may, we never connected with, never got together with. So we are alone, and all we have are our memories of this past person. And it may also be a symbol of dreaming of someone from, like it could be in reality from our past, or dreaming of something that we're just not in reality going after. Because I feel very highly the Seven of Swords connected to this energy of us trying to gain happiness. But how are we going to gain happiness if we keep falling into traps of people that don't measure up, right? So that's really what they're making me aware of. So the last one on top of the Seven of Swords, we get the Ten of Cups, and that is about completions. That is really about satisfaction in an emotional way, completion of intimacies with a partner that we enjoy on an emotional level. I feel like this is what has eluded them. I feel like this is the energy that's eluded them all along. They're just not happy with the love partner, an intimate partner that they've had up to this point, which is sad. Because at some point you want to have this, but there's a high unawareness of knowing where our boundaries need to be set, da da da. So this is part of the trickery, part of the self-esteem. It's all a process of evolvement here that needs to happen for the Scorpio, female or male. Okay, so as we move to the infinity cards, on top of the 11, the opportunist, right? And again, he's dealing with money, which is highlighted here as well. We're keeping money highly in tune here. We're not going to be happy, but boy, we're going to be financially sound, because we're not going to let an opportunity slip by. On top of that, we get a female. So we may have some males in a position where, like some, how do you say, some Scorpio males who are looking to a female in this way as an opportunist financially. So be aware of that, can flip. And this female is single. So the sense here is that taking advantage of this female because of the finances. What is the focus here? This man is holding his pentacles. That's it. And this woman may be carrying it. Okay. Now, as we go on to the, again, of the times gone by is what they're saying. Times gone by. We may have had love in the past, and it's past us, and we are not in love at this point, some of us here. On top of that, we get watched. So there's a sense here that no matter what side of the fence here you're on, you may be being watched. Now, you may also be, how do you say, okay. The Scorpio may be looking upon a past lover in some kind of way, meaning checking up on social media for this person in the past, see what they're doing, what are they up to, da da da. Okay, so whether you're in a partnership or not, there's someone here watching someone, an ex-lover or someone that they had access to intimately in the past, to see where they're at and how they're doing. Okay, and may even be taking advantage of this situation to a high degree if you're female. And the last but not least, yeah, the salvation. They're trying to lead you home, right? They're trying to lead you to what will feel the best to you, which is the emotional fulfillment in the bedroom. We need to put the money aside and go with our heart-centered way. This is the only way we're going to get the gratification of 10 of Cups. And for some, it may not be where they're at. Why? Because there's trickery here. And I feel like mostly it's from the Scorpio themselves, tricking themselves to believe that they are happy when they truly are not. They're trying to say, no, this is good. It's, it's financially sound, and that's enough for me. I don't need nothing else. And that's really not where it's sitting. So the animal card as we end this round of water for the Scorpio is the Wolverine, and it's about, man, this writing on this card is so about fierceness. Isn't that something? The bear, man, very much in a fire energy here, right? Ready to move, go forward and fight for what he wants. 5 is about struggle points, having to fight and conquer something here. He is standing on top of that bear, and they are going fiercely forward. So whatever you're fighting for, make sure that your heart will win, because if we do not do this, we will truly not be happy. Wolverine. Did I say bear? It looked like a bear. But nonetheless, fierceness the Wolverine carries. Yeah, they are. And they are relentless and rootless, and they do not stop at a bite. Like, they do not stop. Like, what is the cheetah or panther or whatever? Cats will, suffocate. And then once it's suffocated, then they'll go and eat. Wolverines, man, they'll just rip it to shreds. They don't care about, what do you call that? They do not care about empathy, like none of it. There's no, there's a word I'm looking for, I can't, whatever. But they're just rootless, and this is the thing. We're fighting fiercely for something. We got to make sure it's for the right thing in the long run. We're thinking short term, we're thinking big gains, and we need to think on a different level. So the 5 is about tipping points here. We got to watch what we're fighting for, so it's not the wrong thing. So that was the Scorpio, man. These are intensive energies, and they have flipped on me. I can feel there's definitely a different a change going about here energetically in how these readings are coming off. I mean, not just the set change, but everything. So anyway, those are the water signs. I will be continuing with air, fire, and earth. That is the order that were the highest viewed. So that's where I'll be going next. So take care, have fun, be kind, and I hope these readings helped you, because I really do put them together to give people insights into their intuition, because should be supportive to that. So take care, have fun, be kind, and if you're not attached to the Infinity page, check it out on Facebook, Infinity Readings and Reviews. Take care. Bye-bye.